The official position of Paris Saint Germain is still firm over the future of the 2018 World Cup winner Kylian Mbappé. The Ligue giants might still be forced to say goodbye to their star player next summer. In case of Mbappe's departure, PSG will have their work cut out for them when it comes to replacing the French star. Meanwhile, Karim Benzema has achieved a great feat for Real Madrid following his team's 5-0 thrashing of Shakhtar Donetsk in a Champions League encounter. Mbappé also had a great outing for PSG in the Champions League, and we really need to talk about his performance against RB Leipzig. Interestingly enough, Lionel Messi scored a brace in the game against the Germans, but the numbers actually lie this time around since the legendary Argentine was fairly quiet for the most part. So go ahead and get yourself subscribed, hit the bell icon to stay informed on all our latest videos, and get ready for today's dose of all things football. Karim Benzema made history for Real Madrid during his team's 5-0 win over Ukrainian giants Shakhtar Donetsk. The Frenchman scored the 5th goal of the game, which was his 290th for Los Blancos. And in doing so, he's joined Carlos Santillana as the 4th top scorer in the club's history. This means that the veteran striker is not far from the likes of Alfredo Di Stefano, 308 goals, who's in 3rd place, and behind Raul, 323 goals, who's in 2nd. Of course, it's unlikely to see Benzema come anywhere near to Cristiano Ronaldo's haul of 450 goals, but you can expect the Frenchman to score quite a few more before he hangs up his boots. This was Benzema's 73rd Champions League goal, which means that he's the competition's 4th top scorer, behind Robert Lewandowski with 77, Lionel Messi with 123, and Cristiano Ronaldo with 136. It's quite a feat, and you can expect the Frenchman to add a few more to his tally before he retires. In big trouble since Lionel Messi's departure to PSG, despite the arrivals of Memphis Depay and Sergio Aguero, Barcelona badly need to strengthen at all costs in the next transfer window. One of the players the Catalans have been targeting is Raheem Sterling. The Manchester City winger has already proclaimed his desire to get more game time after a year in which he struggled to nail down a regular spot in Pep Guardiola's starting 11. Marca claims that the reigning English champs value Sterling at around €80 million, which means that Barcelona will definitely struggle to make the move happen. The Blaugrana apparently have a transfer budget of nearly €20 million for the upcoming January transfer window, which means that they're well short of meeting City's valuation. Guardiola, on the other hand, is not happy with Sterling's comments and says that it's better for players to address their concerns on the field. He, Sterling, wants more playing time, like Riyad Mahrez or Joao Cancelo, who don't complain when they don't play. Some players, they complain when they want to play all the time, but I can't guarantee how many minutes each player will play. Clearly, the Spanish tactician doesn't appreciate his players going to the media to address their concerns. Real Madrid, Barcelona and Juventus are still convinced that the Super League project is the best way to revive the attractiveness of European football, which they believe is declining. And under the impetus of Barcelona, a new strategy is being prepared as we speak. Reportedly, the new strategy will be an open and fairer format with supporter input taken into account after the first effort to launch the league fell on its backside. According to German newspaper Wirtschaftswoche, the Super League is willing to change its format to a competition that's open to other sides. The findings claim that the Super League will have 2 divisions with 20 clubs each. All clubs can qualify for the competition on the basis of sporting merit. No club is guaranteed an automatic place in either league, and that the founding clubs will not be expected to waltz in the competition. Let's see if these changes will be appreciated by the wider footballing community that's understandably having a hard time trusting the men who want to change the landscape of European football. It's very rare to see such headlines being used for a player who scored 2 goals against a very solid side. However, despite his first PSG double in the 3-2 Champions League win over RB Leipzig, Lionel Messi had a fairly ordinary evening on the pitch. The win puts the French giants a point ahead of Manchester City. Messi scored 2 goals, with the last one being from the spot. However, if we look at his performance from the entire match, La Pulga was struggling. Of course, he's just come back from a testing international break, and he's still finding his feet in a new environment. The stats aren't bad either. He won 53% of his overall duels, had 7 successful dribbles out of 10, 3 of his 5 shots were on target, but his link-up play with the others still needs to be perfected. Mauricio Pochettino, however, was happy with what he saw from his team overall and decided to defend his player in a very smart manner. I saw a lot of good things that are getting better. Over time, it will all get much better. Talent can be found easily. With Messi, Kylian or Julian Draxler, the link-up play gets easy. The team did not shine, but I saw some really good things. It has to be mentioned that PSG did all that without Neymar, who was injured for this encounter, and when the Brazilian does get back, you can expect the French Giants to be stronger than ever. PSG made great strides in their quest to win the Champions League win with that 3-2 win over the Germans. To the detriment of Manchester City, Pochettino's side are now on top of their group and need just a point to ensure progression into the next round of the competition. Kylian Mbappé was the star of the night, with the Frenchman setting fire to the opposition defence like he has for the most part of the current campaign. RB Leipzig's Mohamed Simakan had a really tough time handling his fellow countryman and eventually gave away the penalty that was converted by Messi. Mbappé could have had a second goal for himself, but his penalty attempt went over the bar right at the end of the game. This was the only negative aspect of his 90-minute outing. Before that, the youngster scored the opening goal after stealing the ball from 40 meters out. And while his performances were praiseworthy, Mbappé says that every time he does well, it's because his teammates create conditions that help him thrive. Marquinhos was also happy to see his teammate do so well. It's great to have a player like Kylian. He is a very important player to the team who does well in big games. It is crucial to have him fit and confident since he helps us a lot on the field, said the Brazilian. With 6 goals and 6 assists in 3 games, Kylian Mbappe's on fire, which is why it's understandable that PSG aren't too keen on allowing him to leave Parc des Princes. At the beginning of October, Kylian Mbappé cast a huge doubt over his future at the club. A reporter asked what would make him stay at PSG, to which he responded that his ambition was always to leave the club, and he informed them of his decision early enough to allow them to bring in a solid replacement. PSG aren't too keen on letting the Frenchman leave, but with his contract set to expire next summer, Leonardo and company will have to ensure that the process of succession is as seamless as possible. Of course, replacing a player like Mbappé won't be easy, but when you've got filthy rich owners, you can always find the next big thing. According to French media outlets, PSG are already drawing up a list of potential candidates who could replace Kylian Mbappé. While Nasser Al-Khelaifi is expected to continue backing his club to retain the World Cup winner, in the background, the club is being more realistic about things. Reportedly, the names of Erling Haaland and Robert Lewandowski have been touted as part of the succession, with the former linked with a big money move away from Borussia Dortmund next summer. Mino Raiola has a great relationship with Leonardo, and that could prove to be crucial in PSG's hopes to acquiring a player who's been scoring goals for fun in the last 2 years. At the same time, the Parisians are keeping their options open, with the club also monitoring the current situation of Robert Lewandowski, who's reportedly not happy with the attitude of Bayern Munich's top management. The Polish international was reportedly speaking with the French Giants a couple of years ago, but the move didn't happen. According to the rumours, the player's agent decided against a move away from Germany because his wife vetoed a move to France. Sometimes there are many parameters that come into play when deciding on the future, but I am very happy at Bayern Munich. I've already had the opportunity to sign with clubs in France in the past, but I cannot tell you everything. But even if PSG are able to take advantage of the Polish striker's contractual situation, Lewandowski will not be seen as a long-term option given his age. With his contract expiring in 2023, the Bayern Munich man is still waiting for negotiations to begin. And the longer this case drags on, the more confident the French Giants will be about their prospects of signing one of the greatest strikers of our time. It remains to be seen how things will shape up, but the upcoming weeks are bound to be crucial as PSG look to convince Mbappé into signing an extension, all the while looking for replacements.